That's the end of that camera. Just 2 quick Salisbury's on a bun. ABS light. Another trailer with an ABS light on. And I screwed up. It's only right here. Alright guys, so we are here in Fulton on another Saturday night. Let's see, tonight is October 7th. And I've delivered 2 loads. One early, Thursday morning. One early Friday morning. And did a 34 up at Burke, New York at the Cherry Knoll Diner. Took 34 hours off. And the reason why I did that, even though I didn't need it, because I'd only been working 2 days, was now I can run 5 in a row because they didn't have a delivery for today. So that gives me the hours to run 5 in a row now. Anyway, it's been rainy all day. It's been rainy actually since yesterday afternoon. Temperatures have now dropped. I think what my truck thermometers say 52. I think lows going down in the 40s tonight. It's been heavy rain since yesterday, but it just kind of cleared up in the last hour or 2 around here. Still raining to the east where we're going, so probably gonna be wet. This is the one for tomorrow. Here's my one for right now. That's about it. Let's see. Oh, what's this one here? That's a Schuster. It's going to Lamar's, Iowa. That'd be a good load for Roger Wood to handle. Roger Wood Vlogs. He's a driver for Schuster that does videos. All right. All right, guys. Getting ready to take off here from Fulton. I got an ABS light for the trailer on the dash. I'm hoping that's gonna, yep, the light just went out on the trailer, so. Yeah, it's out on the dash now. Sometimes, I don't know why they do that. That you'll get an ABS light and you got to move the trailer before to go out. I don't know why it does that. We're just leaving the plant here. It is 9:42. We should be over at the TA around 11:42. It's about 2 hours. Depends on how much rain we run back into. Yep, I'm showing 52 degrees out here. Shouldn't be a whole heck of a lot of traffic at all tonight, being Saturday night. Okay, that guy's in the far lane. When I come down and make a right here, I gotta take a little bit of the other lane on the other side. I can do it as long as whatever's coming from that direction is over in the right-hand lane. That's sure a lot easier than doing it middle of the afternoon, like on a Friday or something. It's hard to get out of that road sometimes. This road here is real nice now because they repaved it this summer. It used to be really bumpy down through here. This is all new blacktop they got up until we get to the next light, and then it turns into the highway. These good old Mickey D's. Oh, they look pretty empty. One car in the drive-thru. Wow. All right, we got us a green light. This is the last light. And then it turns into divided highway right here. And it's uphill a little bit from that stoplight, so it's a lot better when I can roll right on through that light. Otherwise, it takes me a little while, even though I don't have a real heavy load, but this is uphill. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but we're going uphill right now. From a dead stop back here at the light, it takes me a little while to get going up here. Load tonight weighs only 14,300 and something. So, must be having a half a pallet in there or something. Something isn't full. Anyway, next stop is going to be the TA in Fultonville. If it's anything like last Saturday night, it was dead there. The parking lot was half empty, and if you saw the last video, you'd seen there was nobody in the fuel island the whole time I was there, and I was there 30 minutes at least. So, probably be about the same tonight. We'll see. Just like last Saturday night. All right. Okay. I don't even think I need to clean my window tonight. My windshield, there's no bugs at all on it. Oh, pretty good. I might hit the mirrors or something though. That's the end of that camera. That's the end of that camera. Alright guys, I just dropped my camera. Oh man, that is really dented. Now we're just gonna get, yeah, this thing might not focus anymore. I don't know. I just dropped the camera. I'm gonna skip def tonight. We're just getting fuel. No crash advance. No additional products. Yeah, it looks like the camera's messed up. I can't really tell till I look at the footage. Oh well. Shoot. That really stinks, guys. That really stinks. Alright, let's get moving. Hopefully this camera's alright. I can see I got a big ass dent on the front of the lens. And when I just turned it off and turned it back on, there's a little lens cover that's supposed to cover the lens. It's not working. We'll see what we can do to straighten it out. Hopefully it's still focusing and everything right. I don't know. It might not be. I'm not going to be able to tell till I get a hold of the footage. What do we got? 80 gallons at $403.14. That's not what I'm paying. That's at pump price is $5.03. Can you see that? $5.03 and 9/10. So I paid $417 last night, or not last night, it was the night before. So we'll see what the price is up today when I figure out my fuel mileage. All right, guys, I wanted to show you that camera from the other day that I dropped, and that's this camera right here. I don't know if it's going to come out with this light. Let's see. Yeah, I dropped this camera from my truck down onto the asphalt, or the parking lot, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know, is it showing up? There's the dent right there in the top of the lens. And I kind of pulled it out a little bit already too. I guess it's not going to focus that close. But I pulled it out already. And I was talking about this little door here that opens and closes. I can't, well, I'm recording, the sound's going into this camera here, so I can't shut it off. But the little door, I got it working again. So there's two little doors that come down and close off the lens. So anyway, it seems to be working now. Anyway, going to make a quick sandwich before I take off here. I got these Kaiser rolls from Walmart, and I've been cooking these Salisbury steaks in here, or warming them up actually. We're gonna kind of leave them in there. I got two of these Kaiser rolls. We'll cut these Kaiser rolls, and I'm going to nab out one of these Salisbury patties for each one. And that's going to be dinner tonight. So, yeah, so we're going to have just two quick Salisburys on a bun. Nice. All right, guys, we're here at Fulton. I'm actually dropping this trailer in the out of service. I've got to slide the tandem, so the reason why I'm putting it out of service is because of this right here. ABS light. Another trailer with an ABS light on. Well, I'm gonna say the one the other night went on and was on but went right off. This one's stayed on, so definitely got an ABS problem. All right, so we got the tandem slid. I can jiggle that. That'll lock in when I drop the trailer, so. How are these getting so wrapped around each other? Okay, that one's out of the way. Let's get this. Piece of zip tie in the light socket here, along with the plug, to try to give it a little pressure to see if I could, maybe, I was thinking maybe the connection to the ABS wasn't solid, so that didn't help. Yeah, I'll show you here. Sometimes you can take which I keep a little zip tie right down here, and you can put it in there like that. Can't really, it's hard to do with one hand. So you would stick it in there and stick the light cord in, and that kind of acts like a wedge to push the light cord up against the pins. But that didn't work. All right, we got the gear down, lines are off. We gotta go get our loaded trailer now and get back up to Vermont. All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the 12th of October, and had a little issue with the truck. Let's take a look and see. My coolant warning, low coolant warning, has been going off, and I screwed up because of the situation I had in the past, because the sensor went bad like 2 times already on this truck for the low coolant warning, which, oh boy, you can't even see any coolant in there. This is the sensor here, right there. That has gone bad 2 times and it gives a false warning. So I didn't think much of it, and I got my load up to Waterbury, and yeah, no pressure really. That is really low. Look, right here. It's only right here. It's still all right because the engine is full of coolant, but I had a leak. Yeah, so I just assumed that all this stuff here on the trailer, on the tri-pack and around the truck and places, I just thought it was water from the road, but turns out it's coolant, and I had a leak. Let's see if I can do this, have enough light on this hose right here where my thumb is. Down here it must have rubbed on this quarter fender bracket, and so a lot of coolant leaked out of the truck before I got to fix it. Well, not fix it. It's not fixed, it's shut off. So in other words, I can't run my tri-pack because there's no coolant. There's shut-off valves right here that go back there. It's shut off now, and I did have to put a gallon of regular water in there just to bring the level up here enough so I could drive over here from Waterbury. I'm over here in Plattsburgh now at this little Mountain Mart truck stop that I stop at, and they had 2 jugs of this stuff for big trucks. So it's pre-diluted, so that's good, and we're gonna put it in the truck. But I got one more run to do, so we got to make this work. So I'm gonna fill this up. Oh, I need to get it in the tank, not all over the ground. I'm spilling it. This neck here where you fill it, the opening is very narrow on top, and since you can't see it because I'm not 7.5 feet tall, I have a tendency to spill it. This stuff is $19 a gallon, or 20 bucks basically a gallon. Keep slipping on this thing. It's getting up there. It's got the sensor covered now. Let's go see if I got a funnel. I don't know if I got a funnel. I thought I had one at one time. There's one back here. I don't know what I use this for though. That's pretty dirty. That's pretty dirty. See, this is what I usually use for when I add coolant, is the mobile Delvac extended life coolant, but you can't be choosy when you need it. And then I put in, like, this was about 3/4 full of that, and this had like a quarter in it. That's too dirty to use. I don't know if you can see down in there. Got a lot of crud in there. I don't want to put that in the motor. All right, make a mental note of that. Clean that funnel out. When I take my truck out to Ohio, because I got water in there, I got about 3/4 of a gallon of water in there. I want to have them drain and flush my cooling system, put new coolant in it. Well, that's going to have to do it. That's 2 gallons. Let's see, 2 gallons up to you can see that real good. Yeah, it's up to here. This is the minimum fill line right there. That's the minimum cold. So that'll work. It'll be fine like that. I'll just have to get some more coolant in it tonight. And when I get my fuel at the TA on the way back up to Vermont, I'll get a piece of that hose so I can fix that. Because right now the plan is, this is going to be my, I did 5 loads already, so I only got about 12 hours left on my 70. So I'm going to take one more up and I'll be out of hours at Waterbury. Well, I could probably make it back here, but I don't know where I'll stay. All depends on how long I have off, because as of right now, after I deliver the Friday load, there's no delivery again until Tuesday with a Monday pickup. So, but I can't make it home because I have no hours. So I'm gonna get in there 4 o'clock Friday morning. So that means by 2 p.m. on Saturday, I'll have my full 70 hours back. So 2 options if the schedule stays the same would be, 1, just go on home and do another 34 at home. Leave Monday afternoon because I'd be home late. I'd be home Saturday evening. I wouldn't have to leave till Monday evening, so I actually could reset my hours again. Or I could go down to Fulton and pick up the load if it's ready and take that home, and then I can leave even later on Monday and still have another 34 hours off. So yeah, while I'm sitting at Waterbury, I can repair that hose for the tri-pack, and I'll buy a few more gallons of coolant, because there's probably I'll need more in the main radiator here. Let me just check everything again, because I'm talking, I'm not paying attention what I'm doing. Okay, caps on, everything's good. I might have to start the truck and let it run for a while at some point, because I can't run my tri-pack. I got the cooling line shut off to it. So I'll get it, if I can get that hose replaced, I can fill it up and should be good to go. Just like a little pinhole is all it was. But since I didn't stop and look at it like a dummy, thinking, oh, it's just the sensor again, I guess once in a while the sensor could be correct, you know what I mean? I'll get rid of these at the truck stop tonight. I don't know why I'm latching up the hood, because I'm going to have to check this again before I go anywhere today. I'm just starting my 10-hour break, so time to go to bed, guys. Time for me to go to bed. Probably watch a little TV, maybe have a little snack or something, and go to sleep. Alright guys, it is, what is it, Friday the 13th? Wow, Friday the 13th. Yeah, so I'm going to fix my tri-pack issue. Got a piece of hose. Got a piece of hose here, and I probably only need about that much of it, but we got extra in case we mess something up. But the leak is down here on this little piece of hose right here. So we're gonna try to fix that. We'll see how that goes. It has the I started cutting it with a razor knife already, because it's got the shrink clamps on it. So instead of using hose clamps like I'm gonna have to use now, got a couple of hose clamps here, it's got shrink clamps on it. So actually it's like, you know, it's like the shrink stuff you use on wiring, except much stronger. And they're actually pretty nice. But I don't have them, and I gotta use what I got. Yeah, between the other day and now, I've put 5 gallons of coolant in there. Of course, you got to work all the air out too, so I had to actually stop last night and add another gallon of coolant. But I got 4 more gallons just in case. I don't know how much is left in this system here for the tri-pack, but the hoses run up front and those valves are shut off right now, so we'll see what happens here. Wow, that's really, how does dirt get all the way down in there like that? That's weird. Wow. Wow, look at that dirt all the way down in here. How does that get that far down in there? Alright, so far we don't have any coolant coming out, so that's good. There's the what I was talking about, the shrink tube. These come, you know, I cut it obviously. You gotta have the right size. You can't just make it work. So this is for a 3/4 hose. You put it on, heat it up, and it really tightens down on that hose. They're not reusable, obviously, because you got to cut them off. A lot of stop traffic out there. This is the road from getting off I-89, going up here past the plant, then it goes up to Stowe and places like that. I imagine it's going to be a busy weekend this weekend because of the leaf peepers. Anyway, we got everything hooked back up. Had a hell of a time getting this to go together, but everything looks good. The only issue I have is I unplugged the fan. I unplugged the sensor that's in this line that tells the probably tells the fan to come on. Plugs are exactly the same, and I had them both unplugged. Didn't think about it. Maybe I got them backwards. Now, we're not going to worry about that yet. We'll figure that out. I don't think it would hurt anything if it turned it on backwards. So I'm going to turn the valves back on, which are right here. There's one, and there's two. And let's see, is the coolant dropping? Dropped just a hair. Yeah, we're going to have to run the truck with the cap off, get everything nice and hot, and then circulating, and then we'll have to start adding coolant. We just want to make sure that we don't have any leaks, so let's check. Shouldn't be anything leaking now. There's probably nothing moving. I did spill a little bit of coolant on the spot here. I missed my towel I had underneath there. Anyway, don't see nothing dripping or anything. Let's get this truck started and see what happens. All right, guys, so we got the hose replaced on the tri-pack. Everything went good. I think I got those wires put on the right way because everything seems to be working okay, so that's good. Had to run the big truck motor here and let it get up to temperature, so 185. Thermostat was definitely open because we had a warm hose on top of the radiator out front, so that's how you can tell if you have circulation. If the top hose is hot, that means everything's circulating through the radiator, and let air come out, let some air bubbles come out. And then I went back to the tri-pack and I opened up the petcock, and it's got a little hose on it, and I just put about a gallon of coolant back into the coolant bottle and then shut that off, and then took it up front and put it back in. So that I'm trying to get all the air out of all the systems. So seems like we got that done, but I know sometimes for some reason with this Cummins motor, you think you got all the air out and everything seems fine. And you go down the road an hour, and then you get the warning on your that you got low coolant. So then you got to add some more, but that's okay. I've got plenty of coolant with me. I have an extra, 4 bottles, I think, so 4 gallons. So we got plenty of coolant for now, and yeah, so it's working. That's great. But the plan is I'm going to go home, but the trailer that I got to pick up for my next load is ready, so I'm going to go grab that out of Fulton, go home. I won't get home till, like 3 o'clock Sunday morning, and then I'll be able to stay home till Monday night. So that'll give me another 34 hours there, which will reset my hours to work, which is good. And we'll start out the week strong next week. And then this truck's going into the shop for a week. I'm getting the through shaft. It's called the through shaft. So it's the seal where the little dry shaft comes out of the first differential and goes to the second. So that seal there is a little wet, a little weepy. That's a known, kind of a known issue with these trucks around 1 million miles, which I got a little over 1 million miles. And you don't want that starting to leak real bad and lose that rear end. So gonna get that fixed, and I have a feeling when the weather gets real cold that that seal is gonna go out pretty quick. So gonna get that done. New U-joints there. I got slack adjusters to go on the front. They're gonna spend some time cleaning up the rear ends and painting them. Or I'm not sure if we're gonna paint it with what do they call that? POR, paint over rust stuff. Or if we're gonna just spray it with some fluid film or something like that. I don't know yet. I'll wait and see what the mechanic thinks is gonna be the best route to go. But gonna do a little of that and yeah, PM the truck. And I got some smaller items that need to be taken care of. I need to fix what I did today. That needs to be put back to that good silicone hose, because that was just a rubber hose I put on there so I could use it for a week. But fix that up, make sure nothing's rubbing. And yeah, that's about it. During that week, I'm gonna rent a car out in Ohio, and I'm going to come back home, and then I'm going to go downstate New York and visit some family. I got a sister arriving from California that's going to be visiting my mother down there, so I'm going to go down and do that, and should be a good time. So be having a week off. Looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, video is getting kind of long. We're going to end it here. I do appreciate you riding along all the way to the end here. And if you did ride along all the way to the end and you're not subscribed to my channel, please think about subscribing. And everybody give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Everybody take care now. We'll see you.